शिवाय गुरुवे नमः श्री मात्रे नमः। ओम महागणपतिये नमः। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। I welcome everyone who are watching this inner light channel. Thank you. Welcome. I think you might have watched the previous videos, and this is the continuation of the previous video which I have spoken in English. So in previous video we have covered about the 5 koshas and also the laws. Okay, we'll have a recap and we just start today's discussion. Today's topic is about we'll discuss about deeply dive into the monomaya kosha and how it affects your health, relationship and such things, and how it is connected to the pranamaya kosha. Okay, maximum we'll try to cover it. Okay, let's have a recap. See, in the previous video I said about the panchakosas. See, you have to see the panchakosha. Let me explain. It is the physical body, the annamaya kosha. Then we have a pranamaya kosha. Inside that is the interface. Then we have the manomaya kosha. That is the memory that is existing for the emotions and all that is stored there. Then the vinyanamaya kosha. That is the pure knowledge, how the body and the pranic system, everything is working. Then we have the Anandamaya kosha. This we have discussed also. That is the Atma, pure Atma. Then we have the 4 laws: the law of truth, the law of free will, the law of karma, the law of time. Okay, these laws govern us. Okay, this if you want, actually, if you forgotten, you can review my previous video. Go to my the channel's playlist. In that, it's about the planes I have existed, who we are. So you can just see it. Okay. Today we will see, before we can actually you can easily understand what these are. For example, if you take an office or a building, the building, that materials that physically we are seeing, the materials, cement, these are all the annamaya kosha. See, only if the building materials are there, see, when no one lives, then it's of no purpose. It's like a dead thing. So if we say, then we want some persons to be living in. So for example, it's an office, some people have to come and work. So this office peoples are the prana shakti, and we have the electricity and this thing. So this electricity and this lighting setup makes the pranamaya kosha. Okay, the office building is annamaya kosha. The pranamaya kosha is the current, that is the energy that is existing. And what is the manomaya kosha? If it is an office or a house, so the way the people behave and the way the office works. For example, if it is a bank, only bank customers will come. So like that, so that then the bank has an SOP how to work. So that is the manomaya kosha. How see, then we can call it, sir, this is stored in the genes. But for the genes to work, we have the energy of the prana shakti to be there. So that the prana shakti, so the as if see, genes are the physical part of the manomaya kosha. Gene stores what the manomaya kosha is, and is also the what to say, it's a electromagnetic data that is impacting the genes, that is expressed through genes. Genes actually, what it does, see, genes actually reflects, say, for example, what proteins to be built, what outcome to come. This is dictated by the manomaya kosha, and it is executed by the genes. So you have to think like that. And the vinyanamaya kosha is the knowledge of the consciousness. Then we see the anandamaya kosha, that is there. So if you take it as an office or a thing, so that you will be able to say the building is the annamaya kosha, the current and the people working at the pranamaya kosha, the way they work and how they react to the customers, the manomaya kosha, the karmas, and how this is the idea of how to work is given by the vinyanamaya kosha. And the atma, that is we cannot explain in words, that is the anandamaya kosha. And other laws govern us. And today we are going deeply into the manomaya kosha. For example, see, without knowing these concepts and what is stored in the manomaya kosha, if you are starting any sadhana, you will be having some issues. So that let us understand more in detail. For example, any normal person used to have positive and negative emotions. Okay, so where it is stored? It is stored in the manomaya kosha. So the Manonmaya Kosha, if for example, if you take even the positive emotions are also stored. For example, it is a love and joy. He is always love and joy, and it is also stored in the heart, and the heart functions with grace. So, and if he stores the same emotion as a hate, jealousy, that also is getting stored in heart. Because, see, for example, see what and all the emotions we feel, these are all the thoughts. They are in the electromagnetic waves. So they should have a story, but they are physically stored and impacting the organs. It impacts every part of the organ. Matlab, every cells it affects, but mainly it is stored in the heart. For example, if you have hate and jealousy, it is stored in the heart. And what happens if hate and this negative emotions are stored in the heart? What happens? So this the physical heart, some in future, matlab future, passing time, the working of the heart gets deteriorated. For example, people get heart diseases. How it is happening? The pranasi, I said this is the physical body, and we have pranamaya kosha and the manomaya kosha. The negative emotions of the manomaya kosha affects the pranic layer. So the pranasakti to the heart decreases. So the way it functions comes down. So this impacts it. For example, if you have more amount of anger is stored in the liver, and it's stored in the eyes also, in gallbladder also, and other parts of the organs also get affected. So for example, if there is more amount of anger, unexpressed anger, and even if you are expressing anger out, it is only a small part. The other parts are getting, it's there. The reason for the anger is always there. So this anger will affect the pranic energy that is flowing to the liver. So the working of the liver gets damaged. For example, if you take even the fear, so almost most of the people have fear. The fear of doing anything, even fear about the future, what will happen in the future. What if I eat this thing? That's because nowadays we have been in news, it is coming that what and all we eat doesn't have nutrition. Everything. See, this cause of fear also is stored in the kidneys. So if it is stored in the negative, this negative emotion is stored in the kidneys, it gradually affects the working of the kidneys. It affects the prana sakti there, and it gradually starts to deteriorate. Similarly, the sadness affects the lungs. But because the working of the lungs, for example, if you take any disease, so even because of the negative emotion stored there, we are easily getting the bacteria, viruses for us to attack. If you have only positive emotions, if your pranic sakti is more, it is as per it is to the extent how it should be, then even if you get any virus from outside, the lungs will clear it out. But if there are more negative emotions, if there are little sadness, so it will gather, the virus will or bacteria will start to grow. So if you see, then if you see even diabetic people have worry about the future, and anxiety. They will have anxiety. So this emotion affects the working of the spleen and the pancreas. Is in turn the energy going to the spleen and pancreas is getting affected. So it's the organ working also comes slowly down. So what happens? You see, this emotion stored in the organs affects the health, and it also affects the relationship also, that we will see in the upcoming videos. So this stored emotions affecting the health, and it is stored there, and without clearing this, if you are doing any sadhana or mantra japa or increasing this, see, by doing mantra sadhana or yogic process, you just gradually increase the pranic flow. But by increasing the pranic flow, what happens? It goes to all the organs throughout the body. If there are negative emotions, these emotions comes out. It doesn't remove, it comes out, because the the prana sakti simply does what is stored in the emotions is pumps out. If you have more love and joy, that also comes. It will be spreading in the aura, and it will attract good and positive things. But if it is hate and jealousy, it attracts situations such that you will see something that which is hating more, or if you feel jealousy, or someone looking at you feel have that emotion. So So before doing any sadhana, this has to be clear. So it's not suddenly seeing a sadhana attractive, you don't do it. Plus, first you see that if I start chanting, when doing one mala, two mala, then the pranic energy gets increased, and will you be able to handle it? Then if first you have to clear it. So mostly I'm teaching that sadhanas, that is for householders, so that they can clear these things, so and they can start easily to the progress in the spiritual life. So in this part, we see, you have to understand this actually. So that, see, the positive and negative emotion both are stored in the organs, and if they are not clear, then it will lead to more severe impact. So how to clear this? How to clear this? This is the question. So actually clearing in the sense, see, it is a part of using the prana only. You are going to clear. Using the prana only you are going to clear. For example, there is a house which is full of dust and all things that are not wanted. So what will you do? Just take a broomstick, you just clean, pour water, clean the house. Okay, but that is a physical thing. But this, what Manonmaya Kosha and the pranic things are all, we are not able to see, but these are existing in the body. So what can we do? See, first we use the help of the prana shakti, and then only deal with it. See, clean the Manonmaya Kosha. So now we understand what this prana shakti also. See, this Shish Munisha said, this prana shakti is the whole energetic circuit of the body. Okay, it's actually the prana shakti through the nerves communicates with the physical body. You have to understand like that. So the whole prana shakti actually is governed by the chakras inside the body. The chakras are transformers. Okay, transformer. The prana shakti is converted to based on the requirement. For example, if you take the electricity, it is coming to your house. See, if it goes to the tube light, you have light blowing. If it goes to the fan, it starts spinning. Like that, the prana shakti is the common thing. It's a raw energy, but it goes. For example, if it is in the chakra, Agna chakra, we see in the Agna chakra, it gives knowledge, wisdom. It gives the power to the sense organs also. That is the power of Agna chakra. So mostly, see, we have almost 14 chakras, but we mainly concentrate on the 7 chakras we have. Okay, the 7 chakras, for example, we have the Muladhara chakra, that is near the perineum, okay, between the sexual gland and the anus. And we have the Swadhisthana chakra, that is near the sexual gland. And we have the Manipurka chakra, that is the Nabi. And we have the Anahata chakra in the heart. And we have the Vishuddhi chakra in the throat. We have the Agna chakra in between the eyebrows. And we have the Sahasrara chakra. So these chakras are the transformers of the pranic shakti, and the prana shakti is throughout the body, and the prana shakti moves towards in your body through nadis. This you have to understand, through nadis. Detail we'll see how many nadis are there, how it moves. So by now our purpose is to clean the Manonmaya Kosha. So how to clean? But before cleaning, we should have the pranic body. Actually, what actually happened for the health, you have seen. So the negative emotions in the heart affects the pranic body, and it affects the physical body, physical heart. Okay. So what to do? There are negative emotions. We have to clean the negative emotions. But the prana shakti is affected. So first we have to ensure the prana shakti flows in a regulated manner throughout the body. That should be done. So that requires basic yogic exercise. That is why I said before starting any sadhana, and you don't have any physical, you don't have do an exercise, or if you don't do a practice that is making you physically fit, then you directly sit in the sadhana, then you will have a problem. So what to do? The first step is alignment and balancing of the prana. That comes through your yogic kriyas, what we say, the asanas. So that's why, see, this thing they have been said in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. It is clearly explained. They explain 8 steps that has to be definitely followed. So yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyagara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. These 8 steps you should not bypass. See, the asana and pranayama comes for that. Before going for dhyana or meditation, this asana, pranayama are must. If you bypass these steps and go there, then you will be able to have it. We will have having facing so many problems. That's what so many people face also. So, and regarding the pranic, see, I said using prana shakti only we are going to handle the Manonmaya kosha. So the prana shakti, moves through the nadis. So first part is we have to make the prana shakti go in balance and alignment. Okay, that is the first part. Then we have to reduce the prana shakti's leakage. Then only we will get some prana. See, prana, if you take, see, if you take a, if you take a vessel and if it has so many holes inside, and if you want to hold some water, how much water you pour, if you have holes, it will leak out. So what to do? We are also, as you see a body, we have 9 holes. See, our prana shakti goes to the eyes, to the nose, to the mouth, to the sexual organs, to the hands. So the prana shakti keeps on leaving us. So by gradually reducing the outlet of the prana shakti, we are able to save some prana shakti. Okay, then we are just trying to convert some matlab, the prana shakti that it is going as waste. Matlab, for example, if you have so much of negative emotions, then the prana shakti will be wasted as anger also. So by conserving, this is the third part. So we are going to save by conversion also. Then we will increase. Then only after increasing only we will be able to project it outside to bless anyone or charge water. So so these steps you should be aware of it. I should be aware of it. Otherwise, then we will be in confusion. So this prana shakti, by increasing the prana shakti, we are going to clean the Manonmaya kosha. So there is a specific sadhana for it. So by cleaning it, we will be able to move on further. See, I explained about the health part. See, if you are suffering with health, this happens. Similarly, the same negative emotion, if it is stored in the organs, it brings out the relationship also. For example, the relationship will also get affected. I have previously said, for example, if you say if it is a bank, only bank customers come. Bank customers come. You won't find any grocery people coming and asking a grocery inside the bank. Same thing. See, because the bank is declared, the way of working, the emotions that is stored in the bank is like that. Similarly, if you have some negative emotions in your heart, anger in your liver, this attracts situations, people around you like that. This only is the main reason for the relationship problems also. So what to do for it? So we have to make this thing. So this is the part, so I'm saying the conversion part. No, so this negative emotions has to be turned into positive emotions. But how will you do it? How will you do it? So that is the sadhana procedure. So before starting any mantra japa or meditation, this has to be clear. If you are not clearing it, then the negative emotion stored in it will get the pranic shakti, and it will anyway it will affect either you or your relationship. Okay. In the upcoming future videos, you will be able to see, and I will be able to explain how we will just clear these things. Okay, and what sort of things you should keep in your Manonmaya kosha, so that further this won't get affected. This is more important. What sort of, see, now we do not know that we are open. We are open to all type of emotions. We don't have any restrictions. So, like browsing in your YouTube, but in your mobile, whatever you want you see, but we are not focused. So, but next upcoming videos, I'll be able to give you a flat of what you should keep in your Manonmaya kosha, so that Manonmaya kosha doesn't get affected. Okay, so in upcoming videos, please stay. If you like these videos, please subscribe, watch, and share to persons who require it. So in upcoming videos, we'll be able to see what sort of things we should keep in Manonmaya kosha. how we should clear it. Okay. Okay, the sadhana procedure I will be explaining it only in the sadhana class, but this is about what we should basically keep in Manomaya Kosha, how the pranamaya kosha is linked and how it is, how we can clean the prana also. So these steps we'll further see in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.